Hello and welcome to another update video on Filecoin. So Filecoin, as you know, if you followed previous updates over recent months and years, you guys know that Filecoin is a pretty bearish chart. It's not a chart that I would ever expect to go to all-time highs. I can be wrong about it, but we haven't taken out any of the critical swing highs. And the move to the upside from the last swing low is clearly just a three-wave move up. So we are still looking at some further downside here potentially. I don't expect this to go to all-time highs. If it forms 5 waves up, I would be impressed. We're far away from that. And this chart just doesn't have a good start. It's a 3-wave move up and a 5-wave move down, followed by a 3-wave move up into the February-March highs of 2024. Another 5 down, 3 up. I don't know what exactly this is with the breakdown on the 10th of October that messed everything up a little bit, as you know. But yeah, hey, we had a nice move up. What happened? Well, I can tell you what happened. We had a 3-wave move up and the price reached exactly, perfectly, the 100% Fibonacci extension level. And that is just an ideal target for an A, B, C structure. An ideal target for an ABC structure. So it's a 3-wave move up. So we said, okay, hey, maybe this turns into something more bullish. But for this to happen, it needs to hold $2.24, in my opinion, to keep the impulse. Well, that's not my opinion. To keep the impulse potential alive, it needs to hold $2.24. It hasn't done that, right? Not major surprise with this messy structure and a long-term chart that's rather bearish. So I don't think it makes sense to follow the orange count here at this point, where the price might form a 4th wave low here. I mean, no, it doesn't. The only way how I can still see more bullish structures here would be as a diagonal pattern. In that case, the market should hold above the swing low from the 4th of November. But this is super speculative, and I don't expect it to play out. Again, it's just not good that we broke below initial Fibonacci support. We broke basically below impulsive support. Now, again, it could be a B-wave pullback. If that's the case, we must hold above the November low, the 4th of November, and ideally the price shouldn't break below 163. So there's this micro support zone between 163 and 196. So we'll see what happens here. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. But it is a 1-2 A-B structure we can track here. 1-2 A-B-C in wave 3, then wave 4, wave 5. But that's hopium, right? That's hopium at this point. But I will not completely rule it out. For now, the pressure is downward because we broke below initial support. And the micro resistance area we are watching here is between 265 and 344. This is our micro resistance, yeah, for wave 2 in yellow. The bottom line is, look, we only have 3 waves up. Without any impulse to the upside, it's extremely difficult to maintain a bullish perspective. It could only happen in a diagonal. And then the market needs to hold 163 ideally, and certainly must not break below 126, because that's the invalidation point. And in the orange count, to really trust it, I need to see all 5 waves up. And we're not there yet. So, I mean, if we see a reaction to that micro support zone around 163 and 196, the bulls might have a chance, but even then it might only be the yellow wave too. So at this point, pressure is downward. Further downside is preferred based on what I see in the chart. The only thing is I don't see a 5-wave decline yet, which is the only reason why I give the orange count a chance. So that should give you all the parameters to watch, which means in both counts, yellow and orange, there's a chance at least for a bounce from that micro support zone. But I would treat it as an extremely weak micro support zone. And any break below 163 would further confirm the yellow scenario to the downside. That's the update on Filecoin FIL. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, I invite you to join us on X for additional charts, updates, news, and much more. Feel free to follow us here. You get additional updates and so on, sometimes even sooner than on YouTube. For example, this video was uploaded on X as well before it was uploaded on YouTube. It's just a bit of a faster process sometimes, and you get additional updates here. So check it out. I'll leave a link in the comment section. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.